Welcome to the SmileLine podcast. The purpose of this podcast is to give real information from doctors and patients about our SmileLine prosthetic and the sequence of appointments. For more information, check out our website or give our office a call. Hope you enjoy today's episode. All right, guys, welcome back to another SmileLine podcast. I'm here with patient Chris Walker.
Yes.
How are you doing today?
Great.
Doing great. Chris has an upper and lower SmileLine fixated permanent teeth. And we're going to go through the story of how you got here and go through all the steps. And that way our patients out there looking for information can just refer back to your story, because we do have a lot of our patients start in very similar areas and go through the steps. So we got a lot of patients on here. They come on, they kind of tell their stories, and it just totally relates to other people out there.
Okay.
Yeah, so you started with mini implants, and this is in 2017, 18, maybe?
Probably 17.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I know, it's been a while.
Long time.
Yeah, I wasn't even at Huntline at that time. So you had a mini overdenture on top that snapped in, the kind of snap-in overdenture, and then some lower single mini implants as well. And how did you like your upper snap-on overdenture?
I liked it a lot until the implants came out, and then it didn't stay in very well. I liked it a lot better than my natural teeth. I liked the way it looked until it didn't work.
You liked it until it didn't, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, and we see that we haven't done any overdentures in probably, it's going on probably 3 years. One of the main reasons so Dr. Sam did a lot of overdenture cases between that 2015 to kind of 2020, 2019 area. And as he watched those cases get farther and farther down the road, we seen more maintenance, more parts and pieces breaking, like O-rings, attachments, things like that. And then we also seen a lot of implant failure. And where that came from is the overdenture is still, while it's held in by implants, it's still mobile. Like, it still moves a little bit. And what that was doing is it was wiggling some implants loose. And especially with the mini implants, they're smaller diameter. They don't have as much surface area in the bone. And it just kind of all made sense, like, man, these things aren't going to last. So it was time to figure out a more permanent solution. And you're in the permanent solution on the top and bottom. How's that going for you?
I'm loving it. I'm still a little bit leery about like biting an apple or things. I think I probably still need to heal a little bit, but it's comfortable. I don't feel them wiggling. It's awesome.
Good. So let's back all the way up then to your surgery. So you had an upper overdenture, failed implants, and ready to go to something permanent. How was your surgery? We took out the mini implants, placed conventional implants. How was that process?
I had no problems. I healed quickly. All was good. I am a diabetic, and I think that there was a little bit of apprehension of how I would heal, but I did great.
Good.
So, it was uncomfortable the first couple days, but it's been great ever since.
Yeah. I always tell patients whenever I'm in consults that the healing time frame is like 1 to 3 days, like where you're going to be sore, not wanting to do anything. Is that pretty accurate?
Yes,
Okay.
Most definitely. Probably 2 days. I was not worried about eating soup and pudding after the second day. So
ice cream for every meal, huh?
Canda's a diabetic.
Sorry to bring that up. So how about that diet? Like, what'd you eat the first week? How was it hard to eat? Did you want to eat? Like,
no,
give
I
me
didn't
some
want to
feedback.
eat. A lot of scrambled eggs, a lot of pudding. That was about all I ate.
Okay. Do you remember when you kind of started eating a little bit harder foods? Maybe your hamburger helpers or your chickens or stuff like that?
Maybe a week.
A week?
I doubt if it even took that long. Probably 5 or 6 days. And then it was feeling so good, I thought, well, okay, let's try it.
You just slowly keep
Get
going
going.
more and more and more and more. And eventually you're going to be biting, crunching those apples too. You're going to get past that.
Someday.
Yeah.
Not yet, but someday.
Yeah. How long have you been in your finals?
Less than a month.
Okay. So relatively new.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so then had surgery. You were in the healing. How'd you do in the temporaries that you got day of surgery?
Just fine. I wasn't like in a big rush to get the permanents because the temporaries were doing so well. I had gotten, with no implants on the one side, everything wiggled really bad in my mouth. It was hard for me to bite. It was hard for me to even speak because they would flop down. So when I had even the temporaries, everything was secure and it was the best feeling.
Yeah,
The best feeling.
that's good. How many? Do you remember how many versions of your temporaries we did? Was it just one
No,
or two,
it was at least
three,
two, if
10,
not three.
20, 30?
No,
How many?
no. It was at least two. Might have been three, but I think it was two.
Yeah.
And that was just on the top. So all is good.
Yeah, I think that's pretty average. I think the majority, probably 75% of people, are in that 1 to 2 revisions. And then maybe there's another 25% or maybe even lower that go past that into 3 or 4, and rarely goes past that. Maybe just for the real picky patients.
I'm not that picky.
Most people aren't. Most people are like, hey, as long as I can eat and they look good, I'm good.
I had a major underbite before. I mean, yeah, underbite. No, overbite. Underbite. Whatever. With my lower teeth would stick out, and my chin was really out further. Since the surgery, my whole face changed, and it's much better. Much. For the first time, I feel like I'm like everybody else. I don't look like a bulldog. My teeth actually fit like everybody else's teeth do.
Wow. Well, that's great to hear. I didn't see that in the notes at all, so that's wonderful to hear. And you bring up a really good point there. We see patients that a lot of times when their teeth have, when they're still pretty young and their teeth have broken down, it's because they're in the wrong position, because they're putting the wrong forces on it. Whether they have an overbite, an underbite, or a really end-to-end bite, they put forces that the teeth aren't designed to take, so they break faster. And so we're usually in these situations when patients are younger. And if we have control over the upper and lower, we can usually put them in the ideal bite, and
Perfect.
perfect is right.
Perfect.
How they're supposed to be, right?
Exactly. Like everybody else. It's great.
Oh, that's great to hear. So then we got you through your temporary phase. You went through 2 revisions. You did good. And then how about delivery of your finals? How was that?
Just like every other. They went in easy. They put the little posts in to keep them in there. We sealed it and sent me on my way. It was just one of the better appointments I've ever had.
No, that's good. Good. All right. So overall happy, right?
Very, very, very. 100%.
Good. Now let's see. Who's your favorite assistant at Huntline? You got one?
Sheila.
Sheila?
Sheila's been my buddy since the very beginning. So I love Sheila.
Yeah, Sheila's hard to beat. How about some advice for patients that are considering whether it's going from a denture or overdenture to a fixated SmileLine, or from natural teeth to permanent fixated teeth?
Nothing compares to what I have now. Nothing. My real teeth, I had problems since childhood with them. I was getting ready to have some major surgery, and I didn't want them to put a tube in my throat and my teeth fall out. So I just think this is the best thing I could have ever done. I'm comfortable. They fit well. I used to have to, every once in a while, put a little bit of adhesive to kind of hold things in place. This is just, it feels natural. I maybe bit my tongue a little bit in the very beginning, but that my mouth has decided this is the way it's going to be, and all is good. It's so much different than it used to be that I have nothing but good things to say. So if you're considering having this done, I would highly recommend it. I would highly recommend it to anybody.
Good. Where would you recommend they go to get it done?
Huntline Dental. For sure.
I thought of something right there whenever you were saying you used to have to wear a little adhesive. I kind of like the slogan, like, we're going to try to put the adhesive companies out of business.
You could with these for sure. For sure.
Yeah, that's right. No more adhesive. You patients out there that are buying adhesive, no more. Come into Huntline, get a fixated, permanent smile. No more adhesive.
I'm going to Hollywood to show off my smile because it's so wonderful.
It looks great. It truly does look great.
I think so, actually, and I don't usually compliment myself, so I think it looks fabulous.
Yeah. Is there any way we could have got you in front of the camera before you had your permanent teeth?
Absolutely not. No way. No way.
That's right. So now we got a career started in front of the camera, ready to go to Hollywood, right?
Just my teeth. Yeah, no. You know, I didn't want to be in front of a camera, but
Yep.
I'm not embarrassed about it at all. Not even that people know that I don't have my own teeth anymore, because these are so much better, so much prettier, so much more comfortable. I'm not afraid of a wiggling tooth or my upper falling out or anything. I am secure.
That's right. That's right. We had to pull your teeth to get you on here.
Well, you know.
All right, Chris. Well, thank you for coming on the podcast today. I really appreciate
Awesome.
our talk. If patients out there, if they're thinking about considering full arch replacement, just hop onto these videos, hear the discussions we have, and it's just really firsthand experience to patients that have already went through the process.
Well, good for you if you've already gone through the process, and hurry up if you haven't.
That's right.
Because it's a different life.
All right. Well, thank you, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode of SmileLine Podcast.